Everyone thinks Anne Boleyn simply failed to provide a male heir. They're catastrophically wrong. The truth of Anne Boleyn's downfall is far more complex, a chilling dance between a queen's ambition, a king's ruthless desire, and the shifting sands of Tudor court politics. It wasn't just a matter of progeny, it was a carefully orchestrated destruction. For years, Henry Roman VIII had moved mountains to make Anne his queen, defying the Pope and fracturing the Church of England. He saw her as his destiny, the woman who would give him the legitimate male heir desperately needed to secure the Tudor dynasty. Their marriage, however, began under a shadow. Anne was already pregnant when they wed in January 1533. The birth of Princess Elizabeth later that year was a crushing disappointment, a girl when a boy was so keenly anticipated. 2 subsequent miscarriages further fueled Henry's anxieties. By early 1536, Anne had suffered a particularly tragic loss, a male fetus, reportedly deformed. This, for Henry, was more than bad luck, it was a divine judgment. The king's affections were already drifting towards Jane Seymour, a quiet lady-in-waiting, offering a stark contrast to Anne's sharp intellect and outspoken nature. The stage was set for a brutal unmaking. Suddenly, Anne was accused of a litany of unspeakable crimes: adultery, incest with her brother George, and even treasonous plots to murder the king. The charges were flimsy, bordering on the absurd, but the goal was clear: remove her. Thomas Cromwell, Henry's chief minister, meticulously constructed the case. Witnesses were coerced, confessions fabricated. The machinery of justice, once meant to protect the Queen, now moved with deadly precision against her. On May 2, 1536, Anne was arrested and imprisoned in the Tower of London, entering through Traitor's Gate. Just days later, her alleged lovers, including her own brother, were executed on Tower Hill. Anne herself faced trial on May 15. Despite her eloquent defense, the outcome was predetermined. She was found guilty of treason and sentenced to death. On May 19, 1536, Anne Boleyn walked to the scaffold within the Tower precincts. She maintained her innocence to the very end, a queen sacrificed on the altar of a king's desperate ambition for a son. Her execution wasn't just a brutal act, it was a political earthquake, setting a terrifying precedent for any queen who failed to satisfy the king's desires. The poisoned queen had fallen. Discover the shocking truth: